Family isn't like it used to be. Family, there was a time when everyone lived in the same town, sometimes the same street. Actually, I grew up in Rochester, New York, and my family pretty much all lived on the same two streets. Everybody was pretty close. Today, it's not that way anymore. People are lucky to even be in the same zip code anymore. Um, you had your grandparents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles nearby. Holidays felt different when everyone was together because everybody was right around the corner. You spent most of the time with them anyway. You didn't have to wait for them to come in from out of town. And now everybody's spread across states, countries, time zones. Uh, People move away for jobs. In fact, my family, I have family in two states. I have a son in the military in Louisiana. I have a son and daughter in upstate New York. I'm in south of Nashville, down near Huntsville. Um, yeah, it's not the same. Getting together is difficult. Getting everybody together at one time is very difficult. People chase different opportunities, in different areas, different cities, different states. Technology keeps us connected, but it isn't the same as being there. I mean, we have our cell phones, we have, different ways we can communicate, and you have all these different videos, Zoom, and all these different kinds of things. But, you know, distance can slowly weaken family bonds if we're not careful. Uh, Family takes effort now. It doesn't happen naturally, like it once did. Being able to just walk next door and say hello, being able to have a 20-minute drive across town no longer is a possibility. And like I said, having my children spread out between different states, you have to make that effort to see each other. And I think sometimes we get busy, and I think that we don't take the time. If your family's important to you, you have to make time for it. My brother was in upstate New York, and I didn't get to see him a whole lot over the last few years. And he passed last July. And I understand we're doing what we have to do, but it hurts because I wish we would have had more time. So, I'm not saying you got to pick up and go move where everybody is, but make the call. Take a trip. Show up when you can. Make sure that you're staying in the loop. It's so easy. Time flies now. We get to where, it's already like now it's already March, and I felt like we just said, Happy New Year, and we're already, getting to spring's next week. So, family takes effort. It doesn't just happen. You have to get it done. Show up when you can. Time passes quickly. Family moments don't last forever. So make sure that you stay connected with everyone. Make sure, we have the technology today, so that's a great thing. We can do that. We can stay in touch. We can see each other. We can find ways to make it happen, So that's my thoughts for today. I hope it resonates with you. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.